Hello, my name is Orest and warm regards from Bansko. This is the major ski resort in Bulgaria, which in recent years turned into a big hub for digital nomads. Those are the people who travel the world, work online, and in general enjoy a good lifestyle. At the same time, Bansko in the recent month became a major hub for Ukrainian refugees because the local tourism infrastructure in the shoulder season has the facilities to accommodate a lot of people. So there are reports that over 1,000 Ukrainians found shelter in this town. My visit here is not recreational at all. This is the part of a large humanitarian trip across a few different Balkan countries where I delivered the voice from Ukraine, where I try to raise awareness from the societies around about the war in Ukraine, which is just escalating unfortunately at the moment, and where of course I try to engage as much support as possible to Ukrainian question. So we will be talking one by one on those topics, and in the meantime, while walking to my conference where I'm going to deliver the speech, let's take a look a little bit of Bansko. There are hundreds of hotels in Bansko that have absolutely modern feel. However, this huge development started here not so long time ago. So fortunately, there is still a pretty much not bad preserved historical area of the town. Those are the buildings that actually show us how the Bansko was looking in the previous centuries. I must say that the architecture is pretty interesting. It has these like massive walls with some wooden part on the top, and also very interesting observation over here. So those are the cards of people who died in recent time, informing the neighbors about particular events that happened in the memory of those people. My first visit to Bansko happened 1 year ago. I was also participating the major event, annual event that happens here, which is the Bansko Nomadfest. Every year it gathers more and more digital nomads from all around the world. And this year there are more than 500 people participating, making it a huge impact to the feel of the city. Now it looks very quiet because it's the middle of the day, and 500 people really makes a difference over here. The population of Bansko is around 12,000 people, so you can imagine that 500 is definitely noticeable. My wife Marta is only making this area looks more pretty with your presence, honey. And we continue down to our conference. Very good time, Marta. Wow. My favorite Ukrainian and people on this planet. I get a microphone. The king of digital nomads just came up in a good timing. The problem with you that you just hunting people on the street, handing the microphone, like, hey, what do you have to say to the world? I need to come up with a big message every time I see you. Absolutely. My big message is that I love you, and I'm so excited to see you everywhere I go. Marta, good to see you again, and we're in Bansko. I mean, probably everyone knows, it's so nice and lovely here. So you had a talk yesterday. What was it about?
I was sharing my journey to financial independence. I just recently celebrated my 40th birthday.
Wow!
So I'm sporting a t-shirt so everyone know I'm old. And I was talking about how pretty much anyone can pursue financial independence and become more free from chasing money and start to chase really our dreams and life and do what we want. And it's a journey of saving and minimalism and investing and open our mind to new stories and opportunities. I talk a lot about network, and network is your net worth. Surround yourself with amazing people, with like-minded people, people who strive to have people with the same goals and ideas in life. And that's what I do now. This is why I'm here in Bansko, like 500 amazing brains My mind is blown away by the stories that I see. And yeah, it's fun. I really enjoy it here.
Yeah, it's all goes live, guys. So please subscribe to Dean. Dean, the king of digital nomads,
Where
right?
is Dean? Yeah, that's my Hebrew name. So
Where is Dean?
Where is
Everywhere online.
Yeah, I love you.
And that was like one of the biggest takeaways actually about the network equals net worth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, we met each other in Primoshten, we speak with all the people, and in relation to Ukrainian question, in event in Croatia, we managed to donate enough funds to buy a van for the orphanage, guys. So here I'm going to continue pushing this idea, and let's watch this video, and let's see what we will be able to collect and to make a big impact for children, including refugees in Bansko. Good luck! Yeah. Good luck! Central pedestrian area of Bansko is well maintained. It's a nice avenue with the backdrop of these magnificent mountains. Also a historical monastery in the middle of it, and here you can actually see how it is looking like in winter. So it gets completely snowy with some slopes over there at the top. So it's very developed resort area, I must say. So now we are approaching the main square, and just in the local theater the conference is taking place. So let's go, guys, on a stage.
Please welcome Orest on the stage.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be over here in such an important time that we're all facing, and my topic a little bit stands out of the rest that are presented here. However, as nomads are a global society, yes, and we are the visionaries of the world, it's simply impossible to stay away from the war in Ukraine, which actually will define the way we travel, the way we work, and the future of our civilization now is being resolved in Ukraine. So it will be related to how the life of a digital nomad might change or might be affected in a country which is at war, based on my own personal experience. But I would like to start with a small icebreaker and tell that there is so much in common between Ukraine and our present place where we are now in Bulgaria, in Bansko. It's amazing hub for digital nomads. So just to remind you that Ukrainians and Bulgarians are Slavic people, so we share the same roots. Me being a blogger myself, a digital nomad, and having a marketing company, we decided to completely stop all our business processes that we were doing before. Actually, it lost any sense because now the priorities and stakes are much higher, and we shifted our focus to produce English language content, to continue spreading the awareness and talking about the war in Ukraine in that many details as possible. But the paradox is that the war is even getting stronger now. So we have to continue being present in that situation. We are fighting for you actually here, and the more support we will get, the sooner the war will finish and we will get back to peace again. Thank you. Wow, that was a very touchy presentation as for me. I hope managed to deliver the message, and actually so many people want to participate and help in the Ukrainian matter, and there are many ways to do so. One of them is giving work to Ukrainian virtual employees and remote workers. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Can you tell us what do you do and how you participate in the matter?
Sure. So my name is Imogen, and I've got a company called The Freedom Geek, and effectively we do virtual assistant or remote working outsourcing. So I approached Orest and said I can probably help with any Ukrainians who speak good English, because we need good people all the time. And yeah, we've built a couple of things that's going to allow Ukrainians to apply and work with our clients. So we'll see how it goes very early.
Thanks a lot, that means a lot to me. Guys, I'm going to provide link to the Freedom Geeks next to this video, so you can see the way how the process works and maybe apply the same system in your business. giving Ukrainians chance to sustain themselves by delivering a good job. Area around Bansko is famous for different amazing hiking trails. So we are making together with Marta one day off in between the conference for some exploration of the neighboring mountains. And it will be a promising, nice day. Let's climb a little bit. There it is, our first lake. I was here last year. Amazing place. In the middle of the mountains, so peaceful. This is probably the moment when you should enjoy the silence. And using this chance, I would like to stress out on a very important topic. Some people think that relaxing during such tough times that Ukraine is now experiencing, especially for Ukrainians who participate, is not the proper thing to do. But the entire war, what's happening, is the war for peace. So completely I don't blame people who relax, who have fun during the war, provided they stay conscious about the events and they somehow participate. And also for us on this trip, just going for such a small half-day hike is such a big relief in the middle of the entire struggle and those worries that we are going through. So I will permit ourselves to change the environment for half of the day, enjoy the nature, the beauty of it, in order to recharge and come back to stay effective, to continue resisting and helping Ukraine in this war. What are you doing?
Meditating.
Meditating? It's an amazing place for meditation, right? Wow, this is something, Marta, what you deserved after the hike.
Yes, and I'm pretty hungry.
Bansko Nomadfest is not only about a very formal conference, but also there are so many things happening all around the town actually. And one of the venues of the event is such a beautiful tank set up in the middle of the park. So you can see there are different tents, yes, here. Girls are preparing something, and usually there is also a stand over there. At night it's very busy and many things are happening inside. So one of the parallels, let's say, of the event is so-called the unconference section, meaning that those people who didn't fit into the main stage, they're able to present their idea, and in such pretty more casual atmosphere they can do whatever they want to present, to deliver their message. What are you up to, guys?
Hey, we're having meetups.
Which one?
This is the alcohol-free nomadic lifestyle.
Okay, so what about getting the remote stuff that you are pushing?
Yes, I did that yesterday. So we had the big keynote, and then we had an unconference session where we talked about how to find a remote job, and that went great.
So what are the key principles to get the remote job? I know you are the real king in this question.
So I would just say stop just applying to jobs. That's not the only way to actually find a job. That you can put yourself out there and articulate your value for exact types of positions, and start with the companies that will hire someone like you who wants to have a certain ideal lifestyle that you want to have. Start with the companies rather than the job boards.
So that was Jordan Carroll, guys. Link will be provided down below. If you want to learn more about how to get the online job, check this out. Good luck. Hello, nice to see you again.
Hello, Orest.
Didn't see each other for like a month after the Nomad base in Croatia.
Yes, it's been a month, but I'm glad to see you again.
Absolutely. So tell me, like, what was your talk here?
I did a talk on brain science, and I've scanned like 60 entrepreneurs' brains over the past 2.5 years, and in my brain as well.
What does it mean?
Brain scanner that you put on top of your head, and you see all the inner workings of a person's brain.
Okay, so it's a tech. It's not like metaphysical thing that coaches are doing. You have like the scientific approach behind it.
It is like a $13,000 brain scanner that you buy, and the FDA in the United States approves of it, and it's very, very forward tech and like new tech. So it's pretty amazing. So.
Wow, you see how much diversity is here in the Nomad community. So you've got the brain scanning, business growth, getting a job, and also the regular travel topics. So it's pretty amazing to be around here. Good luck.
Pretty amazing, and go Ukraine.
Woo! Woo! It feels like the Bansko Nomadfest is not only about the conference, it's kind of turning into expo for nomads. And there are representatives of many different companies who actively participate in the nomad life. One of them is Safety Wing, and let's listen more about what they're doing.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm head of partnerships for Safety Wing. We offer travel medical insurance for digital nomads and travelers outside of their home countries. And we're here in Bansko to meet digital nomads, but also content creators and community organizers, because we have an affiliate program for them. So yeah, it's been lovely to meet the community and share about what we're building, which is a global safety net.
So first of all, if you are traveling, Safety Wing is a cool insurance. I personally also using this on my extended trips. And secondly, if you're the content creator, they've got very generous affiliate platform, yes, as I understand. So make use of it, and link will be provided down below. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Orest.
See you.
So to extend a little bit on the Ukraine situation, obviously that's very close to our hearts and close geographically. We wanted to invite our friend Orest, who is from the Ukraine and helping with the project for everything there, and give him a little bit of time to share what he has to say.
I'll join you guys over here. Thanks for invitation, of course. I'm a nomad like most of you, and for the last 10 years I visited over 120 countries. So when the war in Ukraine was about to start, it was pretty clear for everybody. I just, bought the flight ticket back, and I arrived 4 days before the massive attack on Ukraine to Lviv. This is my native city, and most previous things that I was in marketing, blogging, reached some big audience in Ukraine, and all the business stuff didn't make any sense to me. So I decided to use all the focus and the competence of our team to produce the English language content in order to report on Ukraine, because we already 4 months in war, the social media presence is going down, but the combat is actually getting stronger and bigger in Ukraine, and recent events are the proofs for that. So in addition to that, since I have many contacts and all of you guys, I also travel in different countries, leaving Ukraine, getting contact, establishing cooperation, and after this trip I am back in Ukraine. So this one, so I was very surprised to hear that there is a community of Ukrainians as refugees here, and I'll be happy to meet them. And using this chance, I think that your organization can also maybe open up some chapter in Ukraine, because Ukrainians is pretty tech-savvy people. Many of them lost the jobs, and just to give you an idea, it is the number 4 country on the Upwork. So all the marketing, all this tech, in addition to regular development, all the other things that are virtually, guys are very good. So we can do really big impact thing there. I know the Carol is working in that direction already. You're giving some consultation on that topic, and it's definitely like a time when the initial mess of the war is kind of over. Now it's all about the marathon. It's about continuing support until it's finished, and it's a long-term goal now. So we can do something to participate in this as well.
Yeah. Well,
As I told at the beginning of this video, Bansko is turning into a major hub for digital nomads. And one of the main infrastructural requirements for this kind of place is obviously a co-working space. So together with the community, people should have a place to meet, to work together and to fulfill their professional needs. This place is situated just in front of the main street and square. In this community center, the main conference event is taking place, and it is well adaptable to the requirements of digital nomads. So let's go and check out how is it inside. Atmosphere is very peaceful, and I'm super surprised to see the Ukrainian flag over here, as well as my colleagues from Ukraine. Hello.
Hi.
So you're also working in the co-working here in Bansko?
Yeah, we are working here since the war started. We've been evacuated here to Bulgaria, and now we are still here and just dreaming being back home.
I hope you'll be able to go there soon. And also it's very nice to see that the organizers of Nomad Bansko Fest are supporting Ukrainian community, guys, just giving you a good rate, as I understand. Okay, good luck then. It was nice to see you. So I'm walking in the central area of Bansko and see the girls invite me to take a look at their artwork. And you see beautiful stuff. As I understand, you're from Ukraine, yes?
Yes.
Wow, nice to see you. Great job.
Thank you.
I'm definitely buying something. Thanks for doing this. So you see, everybody's participating, and it's amazing to see that our community is not simply spending some time here, but also they produce value and collect means to continue sustain themselves here. So that's really respectful, guys. Yeah. Okay, so it's Art Sisters Art.
Yes.
So guys, you see, who wants to get this beautiful art, go to Instagram profile. Definitely I will provide the link down below, and you can help girls to continue doing the amazing work that they are already doing. Because of all the tourist facilities in Bansko, this town became one of the major centers for Ukrainian refugees who started coming here in large numbers straight after the Russian invasion to Ukraine. And eventually over 1,000 people found their shelter in Bansko. Most of them are women and children. And obviously those are situations when kids need some extra help, some extra attention. So now I paid a visit to an organization which was initiated by Ukrainian women to take care of kids of other people who came here to Bansko. Now there is children like very actively playing, as you can see over there. So you're not going to disturb them, they're painting something. But it's pretty organized, as you can see, and the organization calls The Hugs. You can find them on Facebook, on Instagram as well, and obviously help them with donation just following this QR code. So I spoke with the girls regarding how it all started, they just decided, okay, we should help children, because usually mothers cannot handle. Some of them have 2, even 3 kids, you know, and children are the future of every society. So definitely they require a lot of attention, because it's so easy to forget your roots once you spend a couple of months outside of your hometown. Different things that they're practicing here, just entertaining kids, as you can see there now. Also they make some trips around. Just stay with Ukraine, because this is so important, and many people found themselves in the circumstances that they're not really looking for a new place to stay. They simply were saving their life, and all of Ukrainian refugees, unfortunately, who became refugees, they don't need to stay in other countries. What they want is to come home as fast as possible. So this is Matthias, actually the man behind Bansko Nomadfest, and it's an amazing event to see how things really turned out. You told that you have a plan to turn this and improve the economical environment in here. Yeah. So after you attracted the attention of hundreds or thousands of nomads to the place, and we see how it's turning. What are your further steps in that?
So I think digital nomads are just on the forefront of the remote work revolution. And the pandemic has really accelerated this. So more and more people can now work from home. And a lot of people realize that when they can work from home and they only need a computer, they can work from wherever. So nomads just figured this out a little bit earlier, but now a lot of more people will realize this. Also companies are currently changing the way how they work, right? So in the past you had big corporate offices, you had whole teams together, you had huge buildings, but if people work from home, you don't need this anymore. Maybe you also have a different style of working then. You bring new technologies in, which means the way how you communicate with teams is changing. And I think there's a place in this new world for Bansko, or for places like Bansko, where you come not because they're in a big city and they have office space, but where you come because you can have a higher quality of life here, and then maybe bring your team together here. It's much more affordable than to do this in London, right? Because it's a smaller place, it's easier. And I want to create, similar how I created the co-working space as a home for digital nomads and freelancers, I want to create a home for remote-first companies.
I bet many tourism organizations or local leaders from other places around Europe and the world who try to reach the nomad crowd and further elaborate investments in their towns are approaching you and ask Matthias, where do we start? What should we do? Which maybe main takeaways would you recommend them to do now in order to reach the Bansko level, let's say in 5 years? Actually, the way what you just did, yeah.
A lot of municipalities, regions, even countries are looking for other ways to replace a tourism income that didn't happen during the pandemic when nobody could travel. And for whatever reasons, they latched on to digital nomads and said, okay, there's still one group of people that are traveling, these are digital nomads. What they realize now that it's really a different crowd. So tourists are more short-term. They also spend more money in this short period because it's their vacation. And nomads, on the other hand, they look for places around the world, geo-arbitrage, where life is more affordable, where they can get a bigger bang for their buck. Right? And this is where these two worlds clash. So if you are a tourist destination and you try to fill your hotels now with digital nomads that pay pretty much the same rate as a tourist, it's just not going to happen. And I think this is also why we see a lot of these initiatives fizzle a little bit. But we also see that there's a lot of places around the world where people from our community found a place that they call home, and they want to promote it, they want to bring their friends. And I think this will be way more successful than a lot of these big mainstream activities that we see now in the media.
Amazing. So I wish good luck to Bansko, continuing that work. Looking forward to come here the next Nomad Fest in 1 year. And guys, it's also a true inspiration for many towns all around the world. So take a good example. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well guys, this is Bansko. As for me, it's a truly inspirational example of how a regular travel destination can turn into something very, very special. The story of Bansko is a motivation for other regional centers or other smaller towns on that, how they can capitalize on such movements as Digital Nomads. Also, I am very happy that Ukrainian refugees found their shelter here, and this also puts me in the perspective how we can reconsider the development of Ukrainian towns after the war is finished. I already have in mind the town of Slavsko, which is also a ski center in the Carpathian Mountains not far from Lviv. And I'm sure that Slavsko can take Bansko as a great example for future growth. That's it from me at the moment. I will continue the humanitarian trip across the Balkan area further and will spread the voices of Ukraine. If you like what I'm doing, please consider to support our team directly. Below the video you'll find links how you can do this with a few different options, and I will simply carry on. See you in the upcoming videos. Good luck!